I'm gonna be working on a VRChat world. I am starting in a different file. I'm gonna port it over just because it's easier to work in. I'm also just gonna be remaking some things that I wasn't happy with because I've been working on this world for about 2 years, and it's like a weird hex on me that every time I've worked on it, I've like something horrible has happened. so um, so that's why I've never finished it. But I wanted to go back and work on it this year because last year I abruptly lost my house, so I had to completely stop the project. But I got a huge chunk of the way in, so now I'm just working on it again. So I thought I could stream it just because I thought it'd be fun to just chat while I work on it, keep me focused. so yeah, I'm just gonna put on some music. I think I did fix it. Let me know if it's too quiet. But yeah, that's basically the gist. So yeah. Yeah. But I can show off what I'm working with first if you want, because whoops, clicked off. There we go. Yeah, it's like I'm starting with this because I was wanting to make it's kind of an ambitious project. My social anxiety has really stopped me working on it. so, but yeah, I've worked on it on and off for a couple years now. Um, it kind of just started as a doodle, and then it just kind of kept going. Where I wanted to make it like a cartoony kind of Pride world and have it to where people can have booths or whatever they want, kind of like a real Pride, just with less like brand stuff that has nothing to do with Pride. Um, I was gonna work on the. I wanted to add a museum right here because I don't know why I did this, but I'm not happy with how this looks. So I'm gonna try to do something else with that. That's kind of the plan. So I just thought I'd show you what I'm gonna be adding it to. And I might remake this house because it looks kind of derpy. So we'll see. Because I don't know why, but I decided to like UV unwrap everything to be one texture. So I was like, I'm gonna make this so that even Quest users could do it, but everything is one texture. And I'm like, that might not have been a good idea, but that's okay. I'm just kind of making a low poly kind of cartoon, which hopefully it'll look better with shaders. I just have it kind of goofy looking right now. But yeah, just adding details. I'm trying to keep everything relatively low poly because it's like every poly adds up. So, yeah. Anyway, I was like, well, Pride's coming up soon, so I could start on it again. I have this giant rainbow and like a. Sorry, I'm kind of zipping around like a crazy person. But yeah, it was like, I think Spawn. Nope, Spawn's on the other side. I have this map guide to help me, but I still get lost. The last thing I worked on was the street signs, and for some reason, like a fool, I had to individually UV unwrap every single one. I don't know why I did it that way. But yeah, I eventually finished it. I believe there's one street light, and I don't know which one it is, but I put it in Blender to test. But yeah, I'm not sure where it is. Oh yeah, I have spawn. I have giant text to kind of help me. But yeah, I have. This is this not the official map? It's just a screenshot. So I just was like, I hit Z and then I just took an overhead view shot. And I was like, close enough because you can see where things aren't textured, so. But yeah, anyway. I was kind of wanting to make like a building. Sorry, hold on. I don't know why I'm nervous. I haven't really sketched out a concept yet. Maybe I should do that first. Like I kind of wanted, because it has to be. Oh, that's a concept. We could do, like, you know, at those amusement parks where they have those things like this. Then there's like an elevator. Bear with me, I can't draw. Where it's like, here's the windows like this going around, and it spins, which I'm not gonna have it spin in this version. It's like an observatory, and it could go way up in the air. Where it's like the museum part. There's like a wall like this, like a doorway, and this is the elevator. I'm not used to this pen tool. Where it's like there's a wall here, and then all the history stuff is right here. That I wanted, because I wanted at least a little bit of history museum, and it could have like a bunch of blurbs on it, and then little like statues like this with more or pictures. That could be cool, like this. And then it's like a big old tower. Like a doorway like that. So it's like there's the doorway like this. And it just teleports. Maybe this will be filled in or something. Like giant text. It says like, that looks dumb, but you know, it's a concept. It's a concept. Like this. So we kind of want a dome. And the dome has to be, so it's like if you're looking at it from a side view, it's gonna look like this. That's like the windows like that. Maybe they can go to the floor. That'd kind of be an artistic choice. Yeah, that could be cool. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this. Okay. This is fun. I'm getting pumped up now. It's gonna be kind of hard making a bowl, but I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Like have a UV spear like this. Bear with me, I have math. Kind of split it like this. Okay. So it's gonna look kind of like this. The trick is gonna be making this the opposite of the outside. I'm gonna try to just make it really low poly. Not super low poly, but you know. I'm sure there's an easier way to do that. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay. I have the dome and the glass. Just want it subtle. It's kind of taking shape. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add chat, just in case someone texts. Good thing no one's texted me. Have that be additive. Gonna send a little text. Test. Okay. For some reason it says bad auth, and then as soon as I send a message, it's fine, so. I kind of like this. I was gonna add panels as support, but this kind of, I'm vibing with this. I kind of want it to be like a bright blue. There we go. Whoa. Oh, I was confused. I was like, there's a missing polygon. There we go. Twitch chat keeps glitching. Hold on. If I miss your text, it's not on purpose. It's just, sometimes it just bugs out. Okay. Well, if it, I'll just check regularly. Okay. I kind of wanted a piece like this. just to kind of split it a little bit. Okay. Kind of taking shape. Okay. Perfect. That's looking good. I don't think that'll be hurtful to the eyes necessarily. Um, I need a size model. It just helps you conceptualize the size. I prefer to use a person, but sometimes. So the door kind of be like this. I don't know why, I just like to have gigantic doors. Okay. Eventually this is going to be all one texture except for the glass. So that'll be okay. I'm just coloring it for now. Hope this music's bopping. Let me know if it's too quiet. I'll turn it up a bit if that's the case. Oops. I don't really want a lot of space. Yeah, that's about what I wanted. I wanted like an inner circle. It might be a bit too tight though. It's not like we have all this space. I think I can relax a little bit. Okay. Whoa. Okay. I'm making this way harder than I need to be. There we go. I don't know why, when I was learning 3D modeling, I was always the weird kid that always preferred doing it this way. I'm struggling. There we go. Okay, there we go. So then we have this kind of like wall here. So they can come through. It's kind of like a... It's artistic. Then everything will be on the outside here. So it'll look kind of like this in the final. Not reflective or anything. If I do glass, it's gonna just be kind of semi-transparent. Not a lot, just because any reflections is gonna take a toll on the FPS. Yeah, but it should look like this. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm just conceptualizing. I'm not ready to add the like the posters yet because I haven't worked on those, but I wanted to at least kind of like concept the building. So, and then I was going to make some hot air balloons after this, so that would be fun. Because I've made them before, but the way I did it, I took a plane and then I was like, like a UV, well, what are they called? I took a UV sphere and then meshed it instead of trying to make it low poly, so the things are like gigantic, really bulky polygons. So I'm gonna see about replacing those. I mean, this is miles better than the building that I had, so. I did that so when we import it, I can test to see what's what without. Yeah. I'm not really sure what kind of LGBT history I want to put in here, but you know, some good stuff. I've been taking some notes, so just the reason this wasn't worked on beforehand is I was working on a team, but there was a lot going on at that time. It's hard to believe I've worked on this map for this long. Actually, that's kind of cool. Just kind of some basic frames. I like my frames really skinny. There we go. Actually, before I put that in there, I'm gonna UV unwrap this. It's cross-shaped. Interesting. Alright. It's probably just going to be a solid black color. But now, when I do this, I'll already have it unwrapped, so... yeah. This is going to add a ton of textures to the map, but that's fine. I'll optimize it slowly. I always make the mistake of making a model and then not optimizing it after the fact. I'm just gonna make this like just so I can see it on the purple. There we go. Where's my totally a person? So that's gonna go down from the okay. Optimally, I'm gonna have this to be maybe 2 textures because you can kind of squeeze in picture frames. I want to make this much more high quality, but the reason is because we have that giant map, so I'm kind of having to, I don't want to say cut corners, but I'm having to make decisions on whether or not, like, I have to make sure that when people are in it, they don't lag. So it's like I also want to make it a consistent cartoony style. So Because almost everything's gonna have quest shaders in VR. I don't even know if I'll even have booths, but I want to at least make like a massive gesture, so. It would be cool to have pictures of historical figures in here too. That would be really nice. Because the street signs, I'm kind of eyeballing this. I'm sure I could do that duplicate thing. Well, do I want to bother? Not really. There's a tool where you can duplicate on an axis, but I kind of hate doing that because it's never accurate. I'll try it though. No, I won't. I'd rather do things the difficult way. So if at least I can do this. I could probably space them out a bit. Because realistically, I don't want too many. And then later off stream I'll add the text for it, and I'll probably just go ahead and put this in the world just to see how it looks. And then UV unwrap that later, because that shouldn't be too bad. So I didn't learn to UV unwrap until about 3 or 4 years into Unity, or sorry, into Blender. I couldn't, every tutorial I ever saw, it was super complicated. And I was like, I don't understand what I'm looking at. And I'll never forget it, I had this friend who was really, really gifted and talented at Blender. And he it's like, here, watch this, and he couldn't speak or anything. And he just was like, he just showed me in the most simplistic way possible, and I was like, oh, I got it. But if he hadn't taught me, I don't think I would have ever bothered learning. Now, actually, I'm gonna move these over because I had a cute concept I want to do. Where I have a giant picture. And it's going to be a photograph of really significant people. There's someone specific that I have in mind. Then I'm gonna have photographs going around of different historical things without, maybe with some minimal blurbs, but in my center that I'm working on, I have to carry over all the files and everything, but that's gonna be some time. Because I was working, I have an LGBT center on VRChat, which I'm very proud of it. I've worked on it since 2020, but yeah, I had a hard drive that went bad, so, and it was on that hard drive, so I haven't tried. It corrupted a ton of my worlds that I was working on, so I had to lose all of the projects, including the thing that I had spent hours and hours and hours making a history museum add-on and replacing all the art and stuff. So this would be cool. Maybe we can have some chairs up here or something. I'll straighten them up later, just kind of adding them. There we go. Okay. Realistically, I'm probably going to be able to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, two, three. 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't like how I did that. Hold on. I need to change my mind on this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4, 5. I was going to include this big picture in the middle, but I've changed my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm making this really complicated for myself. Okay. I'm just setting it up so when I do it later, it'll be much easier. Okay, so see we have all these frames. Okay. HFRMA. Okay. Sorry, not super interesting yet. Oh, we finished the 40-minute track already. That was a nice vibe. Okay. Okay. I'm just kind of checking the UV interrupts. All of these are going to be different, unfortunately. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry, one sec, I'm just looking up something. Sorry, just finding the texture quick. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's my ending screen music. It threw me off. I was like, wait. I can't hear this song anymore without thinking about that. Okay. I know for a fact this is going to be here, so. And then the rest is going to be. I kind of need to need to sort these a bit, but yeah. The spacing's a bit borked. Okay. Okay, that's more what I wanted. So when we circle the building, it looks tiny right now just because we're super zoomed in or super zoomed out. I'm doing that because it's easier to work in tiny, so. I want to see something first. At what point does this... So we're probably going to realistically only be able to walk around here. It's just the boundary. Just so I know. Whoops. Okay. I guess we'll finish making the rest of the building for a moment while I kind of conceptualize that. Wait a minute. Why am I doing this? Oh, this would be kind of tall. Kind of above the city. Like this. This might be too tall, but need a size model again. So this is actually massive. Whoops. I'm probably gonna really we'll see how it looks in the city. I'm gonna export it because it's kind of hard to see where the buildings are gonna look like. So we want this here. Perfect. That kind of almost lines up. Okay. I'm eventually gonna combine the outside and inside as the same mesh, but just not yet. so, so realistically, it should have two glass textures and then one main texture. But I'm just doing it this way because I have to test it separately first to make sure that the meshes are UV unwrapped, because I can't really see until Unity. There's not really a way to test like if it's one-sided or not in Blender very easily. So okay, so people should be able to walk around pretty simply. I don't feel like this is too small. I want to test something real quick. I think I have a file in my PC. I'm not sure if it's on the like the center, because I had a really nice like frame that I wanted. I'll see. I'll recenter. No. Okay, I don't have any frames right now. We'll just make a new one. This song is really obnoxious. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's better. Sorry I wasn't feeling that music. Okay. Looks kind of like a... What are those kind of things with the candy? Just a little bit. I like it though. I'm not sure why my model's not working. There we go. I don't know if it looks dumb. I have to polish it up a little bit, but I'm gonna save it and then combine everything and just put it in just as a test. I'm not gonna save. Okay. Okay. Export. Dome test. Okay. Oh, there it is. I was like, where is it? Okay. I'm not really sure where I want to put it. Because I kind of visualized it. Oh, I lost it again. Whoops. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? There you are. I kind of wanted it to be by the park a little bit so that when it stuck out, you could really see it. Like maybe replace this big old building here. Just for now. We're gonna hide you. And put it right here. Kind of like this. I can't see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so like this. Which realistically, so it's kind of like you can look out and see the city. Also the void, so maybe kind of in the center. Just this thing sticking out. Oh, it's part of the building. I was like, what is that? Okay. Stuff like this kind of goes in the center. But I mean, if it's here, then you can see the building and you can see the park. So it might be a really good spot there. Just gonna get into the head how big this is gonna be. Okay, that's still itty bitty. Scaling is the hardest part of Blender. I know most people would be like, just do math. I'm just like, no. That's better. Now it's kind of above everything. To move the cars and stuff, I'm just going to leave it there for now because I have to move everything. But there we go. I'd say that works. So realistically, they'd be coming like this in this huge, huge dome. Then they can look out into the cities. That works, I think. It's not going to be this white haze. It's probably going to be closer to transparent. Or 99% transparent, so. Okay. Just taking a moment to, I'm just taking a short break for a second to take a water, sorry. I can't believe it's been an hour as it felt like it. I don't know if I'm here by myself, I'm just kind of rambling. But yeah. Another thing I wanted to work on, I also wanted to find that traffic light. So we have this random box, I don't know why that's there. I think I was going to put portals there. There's one street lamp, because I put it into Unity to kind of test how it's going to work. But I don't know where it is. So we're just gonna walk the streets, because here's spawn. Because one of these isn't UV unwrapped correctly, but I don't know which one it is. Let's see. On Allen Street. Check. Okay, Allen Street's correct. Larry Kramer. That's correct. Okay, there's no street lights for that. Worship Hugh Johnson, yes. I think it's Harvey Street. I'm not seeing it, so maybe I'm crazy? Maybe I fixed it and I don't remember. That's probably what happened. I probably fixed it. So I'm not seeing an issue now. I'm seeing a glaring issue in front of me. Why are you floating? There we go. Oh, you know, just floating. Yeah, there was this weird thing. I don't know if I accidentally moved this bottom base piece, but some of the buildings I had to, by hand, put back down. It's like, you can't really tell that it's not touching the ground, but so maybe I'll just go ahead and fix this. We're just gonna fly really close to the ground. I think this one's slightly... Yeah, I think what happened is I accidentally moved the base plate down and didn't... I just never noticed. But you know, it happens. There we go. Are you touching the ground? I can't tell what's touching ground or not. I think it's slightly above. Alright. It's fun working on it. I'm not going to try to finish it by pride, but I'm at least going to work on it. I had wanted to, I just haven't been able to get anyone to work on it with me. I don't know if I just sell myself short or what, but I'm hoping if I can make some more progress and upload the map, maybe people will want to put booths on there. But we'll see. So I want to make sure I do a good job. Believe it or not, every single one of these buildings I UV unwrapped by hand, because I don't know why I did it this way. I put all of the buildings without UV unwrapping them first, and then did that after the fact. Not sure why. That's just what I did for some reason. So it took me months just to hand do it, because I was like, well, I'm happy where all the buildings were. And then I picked the colors and everything after the fact. And this one texture, most of this is all one texture, by the way. Because we have the crosswalks and... yeah, it's like all these buildings are right here. So... why even have this right here? Oh, just kind of squishing it all together. Like this is, I was like, well, everything's going to be rainbow, so I'll just have a rainbow texture and then just edit that the best I can. Anyway, back to inspecting. This one's slightly... This is the biggest world I've ever made from scratch. I've made everything by hand except for the tree. These trees, like the circle ones. I did these trees. Then for some reason I was like, I can't do trees, so I did these. Like I even did the cars. I did everything by hand. Which is what took it so long. I very lovingly, I tried to make the stone wall in. Like I looked at a picture and tried to make it as realistic as I could while doing it all by hand. I believe this is all one texture, do? Let's see. Yeah. I don't know why I did it this way, but that's how I did it. I was still learning UV unwrapping, so much further along than I used to be. I would have liked all the buildings to be on the same plane level, but I think it might have been also that I was changing the sizes of the rectangle, so... I'm just kind of flying around. Oh hey, Stuttery, how's it going? Hey! Gosh, long time no see, how have you been? Sorry I haven't been around. How have you been? Yeah, I'm just, I thought I would stream it just so I could hang out a little bit. And chat if anyone feels like chatting. Nice April? Yeah. It's been a nice April for me too. It's been raining. A lot. Yeah. It's basically been all darkness for a week, so. It's either like super sunny and super scalding or super dark. There's no in between. But yeah, this is I was wanting to restart a project, so I decided to just go ahead and do it. I've worked on this on and off for gosh, probably 2 years, 3 years now. Let's see, which building is this? It's below the blimp. I even made a blimp! I forgot I made the blimp. I'm trying to level out my buildings. I accidentally made them overlap. This is a world I've made 100% from scratch, which is cool. The reason it looks so cartoony is because I'm trying to make it to where I can have like 30, 40 people in this big city and it not crash them. That's the goal. So yeah, very ambitious. I don't know why. But yeah, that looks just right there. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to make it. I wanted to do a giant gesture that and have a place like this that's just aggressively accepting. I don't know. I just thought it would be nice. I had made it with the intention of it being kind of like all these billboards and stuff could like have billboards on the city, and it advertised different creators or Twitch streamers or anything like that. I wasn't streaming on Twitch at the time. I wasn't in a Twitch phase, but like I am now. But I thought it would be nice. Yeah, but like I lost my train of thought. I had made it with the intention that people could put booths on the sidewalk here. Um, so it could be like that you could have your booths and then people can teleport to different parts of the map if they want to, or just walk around. So it's like, here's my booth. I actually advertised my Twitch and it says 27 followers because I think I was streaming a little bit, but not a lot. That's so funny. I was like, oh, I looked at that. I was like, God, that must have been years ago. But yeah, so that's my booth. I don't know why I made it a cat. I was like, I'm gonna make a cat with a tongue sticking out. Because I wanted mine to be fun. I also wanted mine. Yeah. That's so funny. I was like, look, it's worth advertising my Twitch. I got 27. And I'm pretty sure they were all my friends. I sound crazy. You don't like 27? What's the deal with that? I'm gonna take a break from the music for a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever shown y'all, but these are I had to make this all one texture because I wanted it to be super optimized. But yeah, it's like I had the center, which I've actually super upgraded this in a hard drive that corrupted, so I have to redo it. But yeah, it looked really good. That's a couple years ago. And this is the LGBT center now, which I'm gonna update it. That was where I started back in 2020. It was just like a box. Yeah. But we used to have parties in there all the time, and it was super dark and unoptimized. It would crash Quest users because they didn't know what I was doing. Made a little rave world. Stuff like that. So I think that was the best version of the center that I made. I kind of want to go back to that. But yeah. This is kind of it, and then I made the stone wall. But yeah, sorry, I'm totally rambling. It always appears in your life. Always question why number. What, 27, 6 or 28? Yeah. Is it kind of like you just see it everywhere? That's kind of how it is for me as well. Okay, my desktop audio isn't working anymore. Great. Okay. But sorry. My throat's not working. I'm really sorry. But yeah, I kind of have that too where I wake up and I'll check the clock and it's always the same exact time. Like I woke up the other day and it was 3:33 a.m. So it's like I only check the clock at really weird numbers where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 4, 4 or 3, 3, 3. It's just super weird. But yeah. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, stutter, yeah. This is what we were doing earlier. Also, I made a blimp. Yeah. I have to move my faux food trucks. I don't know why. I might just scrap this project of having the food trucks here because I was like, oh, it'd be cute to have little food trucks with stuff on it. But every time I look at it, I'm just like, I don't want to work on that right now, and it just never happens. Um, but yeah, this car is covering the entrance. There's a little entrance you go in, and then you go whoop, like this, and eventually you can see the whole city. Which is not going to be this white in game. It's just because it's glass, a glass texture in Blender, and it's doing back facing. So but yeah, secret entrance. Yeah, it's just super hidden. My Twitch chat broke. Sorry, I don't mean to ignore you. Hold on. It's been crashing over and over today. Oh, so did my Blender? Hello? Have I streamed Blender at all today? Oh. Hello? Why can't I see my Blender? Sorry, hold on. What is happening? Did it just vanish, or? Oh, okay. I was just tripping. Um, yeah, I've learned Blender on my own time. I have a little bit of experience because in high school I studied 3D Studio Max, which is a completely different program. And then I looked at Blender and went, "No, that's stinky. Never doing that." And then 2020, I wanted to make worlds. So my friends convinced me to get Blender and kind of start trying with that. And I've just slowly kind of worked up from there, which has been cool. But yeah, I've only really learned through sometimes tutorials to teach me really basic stuff, or just trial and error, whatever I remember in Blender or in Studio Max. So that's why I'm not a super pro or anything. I never. I would have friends show me stuff if they knew anything, and then just practice a lot. So yeah, I mean I've made my own avatars in VRChat, so that's been good. But yeah, let me turn the music back on. Sorry, I turned it off because I was like, whoa, everything's broken. I don't think you can hear the audio. I swear, Plume joined, or somebody joined. I don't know who it was, but it was somebody I knew. And they, like, as soon as they joined, and my audio cut out. I was like, bruh. So, it was working for most of the stream. Now it's not working anymore. Sorry about that. Join Thunder. Yes. What you been streaming lately, Stuttery, by the way? Sorry I haven't been to your streams. Sorry, I'm just taking a break. I've been modeling for an hour straight, so I'm just kind of resting for a minute. Have I saved? No. I'm open to ideas and suggestions, by the way, if you have any. Star Wars stuff? Yes. I'm sorry to talk about Fortnite, but I'm going to talk about Fortnite. They announced a Star Wars season, and I'm so hype about it. Heck yeah. That's cool you also like Star Wars. Yeah, I think you were playing that one Nintendo 64 game the last I saw. It's like, um, Shadow of the something. Shadow of the Empire, I think. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's like I remember that game, but barely because my dad would put it on and then I'd immediately fall asleep. Yeah, I mean, it's like I remember Hoth, so whenever I hear the like those robot drones um, from Hoth in the movies, like that really signature noise, I think of that game, and then I think about how that's all I remember of that game was the Hoth level. It's okay. It was an experimental time. I was about to be like, if any of y'all want to put booths, just let me know. I'm a little bit hungover today, so that's why I'm kind of slow. What do you think of my drag, my stage? Because I wanted a kind of really fabulous stage, but I kind of based it off of MMD. Kind of badass, really. I used to Hoth battle. Yeah, I think that's why I like streaming, because it reminds me of how my dad used to play games for me, and I'd just watch, and now I play games and other people watch. But yeah, I used to have really bad insomnia as a kid, and I'd just like pass out. Yeah, it does kind of look like Connect Four, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, don't be mad at me, but I'm starting to get a headache. I need to get some water. I'll be back. Sorry, I am hungover today. But yeah. I had a crazy night last night, by the way. I I I was like, I'll have some wine with my pasta because I feel like being sophisticated, and because I had some land castle left. And the next thing I know, I'm in VR. Mood. And I was like, oh, this wine is delicious, and I had the whole glass. And then the next thing I know, I'm in VRChat, and I had joined on a friend I didn't recognize. But I was like, we know each other from somewhere. And then he was like, yeah, we're playing this game, and it was like a cooking. It's kind of like Overcooked, but in VR and less stressful. But I was really drunk, so he just runs up to me and he's like, okay, this is your job, because I got. I guess they were like, we're gonna do a game if you want to play, and I was like, I'm down. And they're like, okay, you're on dishes, and I swear I was so confused. Like, my job wasn't to clean the dishes; it was to take the food that is on the dish and then run it to hit a bell and then send it off. But for some reason, that was impossible for me. It was great, but it was a really fun night. Anyway, I'm rambling about really dumb stuff, but I'll be right back. I'm only gonna be a minute, so I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna mute my mic. I'll be back. Hello. I got a little bit distracted. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's still here, but hi. So, I'm trying to think what else I'd like to make. I was looking at the hot air balloons, like, yeah, I could fix that, but at the same time, if it ain't broke. I actually have a bird somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Look at this dirt people. Don't ask. I don't know what I was thinking. I truly don't. I was like, oh, I'll make a bird. And now I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, yes. A bird. I feel like there's a lot of empty space in the park, but I kind of did that on purpose so people could linger around. Like this is like a stage for people to talk or do whatever on, and then there's like a really, really aggressively gay stage here. A little DJ booth, which actually even drew a little texture for it. Yeah, you know, it works. Which hopefully there's gonna be like a pretty blue skybox. I kind of want to test it real quick. Let's see. This will be like, I gotta get a really, really blue skybox. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna have a big old watermark on it, but I'm just doing it so I can test. This is not permanent by any means. Yeah, like this. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. So it's kind of gonna look like this a little bit in the end concept, except a bit more bright. Yeah, that helps a lot to conceptualize because now it looks less dorky. Which this kind of shine is going to be off of everything. It just does that in Blender. So thank you. Oh, am I just now back? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got lots of water. I've been rambling thinking I was back this whole time. If I wasn't, that's embarrassing. So, oh, okay. Welcome back, Stuttery. I hope this is a fun stream. I'm just kind of conceptualizing. I added a non-official text, like skybox, just so I can kind of conceptualize. Look, there's another really dumb-looking bird. Yay! Plume's gonna be like, what kind of bird is that? Because from the side it looks okay, but then you look from the side and you're like, what happened to you? Yeah. And these are gonna be giant rainbow flags. It's like a... I don't know what the official progress flag is, actually. Uh... I believe that's it. Okay. I'm gonna make a sign. I'm gonna make a folder that just says pride flags. Because there's gonna be too many. Okay. Then I'd like that one. Bear with me. Okay. Do you need a lot of steps after your model is all done? Put it in VRChat. Sometimes, because if you do, like, if you make an avatar from scratch, you have to, there's a lot you have to do in Blender and then Unity. But it's like, if you make it from scratch or you just Frankenstein stuff, you have to make sure that your visemes for, like, your mouth is working. It's kind of hard to explain what visemes are. But, it's basically, you see how, like, my mouth is moving? It'd be, like, rigged to do that, where it opens and closes or makes different vowels when you speak into your mic. Um, so that would be a viseme, or, like, blinking would also be a viseme. So it's like things on the model that are set to move and can be moved on a whim, basically, without it being an animation. It's kind of hard to explain. Um, and then you have to, like, there's these, like, if you want your hair to move in the game, you have to set up bones that, like hair bones and tail bones and stuff like that, and weight paint it and all that. And same with rigging and everything like that. And then in Unity, you have to set up the texture. So if you want to toggle, like, your hoodie off, you have to set that up, or animations, or if you want different assets. So it can be a lot of work, really quickly. It just depends on what all you want. So, sorry if that's really long-winded. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I really enjoy it, but it's definitely a lot. So, I'd like to know why it wanted the UV unwrap this way. Yeah. Okay. I lost my flags. Where'd they go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I might sort these in a different way. I'm just kind of putting them haphazardly around first. That's super zoomed out. Anyway. So confused. What happened? It's bugging me how this is not center. It's like slightly off. There we go. can't tell which way's up. Oh, okay. It's just doing it now without me struggling. Nice. Perfect. Okay. So this is what it'll look like from spawn. Big old flag. I don't know if I have any other flags. I'm kind of having to refresh what I've done and haven't done. I kind of like this building, but I kind of also hate it. I'm kind of at war whether or not I want to delete it or not. Like, I like the tree on the top of the building, which keeps me from deleting it, but the rest of it, I'm not a fan. I don't really know what I want to do with it yet. I should have a gigantic gay Godzilla. You know what I mean? Like a giant something hanging at the top of one of the buildings. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, so what if? I'm just saying, what if? Like, what? I'm looking up a reference right now. We have to do it, if nothing else, for the meme. Let's see, like, oh, that is super squished. Okay, I'm trying to think of how we can do this. I'm gonna draw. So we have. Let's make like a. He's got a. I want him to kind of like roar. And he's like hanging on a building like this. And then he's just shooting rainbows. I can't. I should have looked at a reference, but you know what I mean? Like, like he just is like roar. And he's kind of holding on to the side of a building. Like, uh, yes, beautiful. Like, surely I could make a low poly Godzilla. I don't think it'd be impossible. I'll just screw it. Let's do it. I'm going for it. Uh, where did I save that picture? Oh, okay, I saved it in the wrong thing. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. It's gonna be really low poly. So, you know, I have to take into account that people are gonna be watching it. Or, like, in the world. This is challenging. Let's see. I'm putting way too much effort in this. In this meme. All I can think about is smashing my face into some cheese. Everyone has cheese cravings from time to time. I don't know if I'll actually put this into the world. I'm just like, I'm just doing something for fun. People are gonna join and be like, this isn't gay. Fun fact, I actually did have a Godzilla in one of my worlds. a long, long time ago. I'll probably do the legs as a separate mesh instead of trying to do it as one mesh. But at least add the tail. Perfect. So we got the face. Why does that actually look good? And I'm sure a pro could do it all in one go, but not me. This is super low poly Godzilla. Which it's not gonna move or be animated, so I feel like I need an extra polygon to make this work. Yeah. I'm not trying super hard to make it super accurate, but I'm just kind of doing it's good enough. I'm going super try hard on this Godzilla. I mean, if nothing else, it's fun art. Just making some fan art. Like, it's gonna be low poly, so. There's one of his legs. He's so cute. Godzilla. Whoa. I got teleported. What do you think, gang? Did I nail it? So the shoulder kind of ends there. He's gonna tear the whole city down. Yeah. I'm really considering having him shoot rainbows from the top. Like, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. God. He's got a really skinny head and then just a really dummy thick legs. He's beautiful. All right. Hope y'all are having fun. Oh yeah, his head kind of abruptly shrinks there. But I like him having a tiny head, so we're just gonna go with it. Trust the process. And he's done. I did. Made it Godzilla. Oh, you didn't. You thought I wouldn't make him gay? You fool. Hold on, one sec. Sorry, my computer is lagging just a bit. There we go. All right. That was a lot of work for this. Let's see. Perfect. Yay. I'm just gonna name these limbs, because they're gonna be the same color anyway. Okay. Just because I can, and for no other reason. Oops. So, would you be scared if you saw this rolling up on you? Just wondering. He's so good. Yeah, I love him. And yeah, he can shoot, like, this is him shooting lasers. I'm firing my laser. Oops. Trust the process. Perfect. Okay. This is an insane amount of effort for this. I didn't need to do all that. He's firing a laser. Perfect. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Fun fact: I actually have had a Godzilla before, and I gave it a lesbian flag, and it was just shooting rainbows. It was at a party. It was supposed to be for Pride, I think 2021, but I think I took that world down because it wasn't my best work. But I had a Godzilla with like a lesbian print shooting rainbows forever. It was great. So this would be a nice callback. He looks like he has a gigantic blunt sticking out of his mouth. Well, now I have to put him in the world. We put this much effort into it. Sorry, stuff fell into my desk. Yeah. Alright, I think I saved him. Okay. Okay. It was nice hanging out with you, Stuttery. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had fun. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm definitely not uh crap, where did I save Godzilla? Where did I put you? Oh, I see. I was in textures. All right. I mean, what's stopping me? Also, I don't know where he is in space. I see him a little bit. Oh my god, he's so itty bitty. He's just chilling. He's probably gigantic, realistically. Oh gosh, where am I gonna put him? I somehow managed to lose the textures for the Godzilla file. Of course I did. Oh, there it is. Sure. I don't know where to put him, so that's where we're just gonna keep him for now. He looks like a blow up balloon. We'll just leave them for now there. Just hugging that building. Just a random Godzilla. Oh, that's an idea. Perfect. I actually love that there. Perfect. Just a random Godzilla thing. It's great. To put into perspective how large it is, it's like this is a park bench. Perfect. Well, that's definitely where it's gonna go. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here. It's been a few hours. I'm kind of ready to take a break and cook dinner. So I hope you had fun. I sure did. I enjoyed making Godzilla. Yeah, really cute there. Okay, well, take care, everybody.